protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Touch him up. Bring it at the belt. Touch him up.
Conceicao introduced now as El Bravo, the angry one. And he has a certain disposition and a certain determination coming off of what happened against Oscar Valdez.
Fighters ready.
Trey, you remember in that fight the way he came out in those first 5 rounds. You expect to see that form early on here?
He was very, he used smart aggression against Oscar Valdez, but the body language was what it needed to be. He showed that he was in control. So you hope that Conceicao has learned from that loss, and he does come out in this first round. Not just the first round, but throughout the course of the fight, even if he starts to box on the back foot, but he maintains control of this fight.
See, the inside right there for Martinez is where he needs to be. On the outside, Conceicao is fantastic out at range, going up and down with his offense. But in close, I see some weakness in Conceicao's game.
Like Martinez right now, he's just taking what Conceicao gives him. He's not trying to load up to the head. The body's in the right place, and he's just letting those shots go.
Your hands are free. Get your hand out of there.
Nice counter right there. That was a catch and shoot.
Yep.
Right hand.
Caught the left hook, fired back with the right hand in Martinez.
That immediately lets me know that they did some film study on Conceicao. Conceicao, he'll use the jab and he'll occasionally leap in with the left hook.
Oh, blind swinging, went with the uppercut and the left hook, and Martinez was able to get out of the way. Martinez comes with a lead left hook of his own, backs it up with the right hand. Driving down a right hand is Conceicao.
One thing I like about Martinez is he never seems rattled. You know, he's always seemingly in position to strike back or counter. You know, even in the inside, he never loses form.
The right hand to the body from Conceicao. 1-2 from the gold medalist. And Martinez comes back with a left hand. Double jab, trying to split that guard and find an opening. Good body work that time by Martinez.
Stop, break that back. Get your arm out of there, box.
Martinez needs to stay in the body of Conceicao as early and as often as he can.
A new home and new projects go hand in hand. With the Home Depot app, you'll pick it up in no time. You can pick up new skills in our Homeowner 101 workshops. Pick up new power tools with a tap. Pick up the things you need at our convenient lockers. Or even pick them up right from your doorstep. Pick up more of what you need so you can do more of what you love. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
Bar. A lot of offense coming from Conceicao from the outside. Scoring tons of points right now on Martinez.
Touched him with that jab and then tried to place a right hand to the body. Now Martinez trying to wrap around that left elbow. 3-punch combination from the Brazilian. Comes in with a 1-2. Right hand to the body again.
Conceicao is putting everything behind those punches. It's kind of surprising that he's throwing so hard so early in this fight. That may be the reason he started to slow down in the Valdez fight. Yes, the moment was big. The crowd was in favor of Valdez, and that can drain a fighter. But when you load up on every shot, you're going to get tired quicker than you would if you placed your shots in the right place.
To your point, Dre, you also got to understand he's the older fighter here. Typically, you see the younger fighter comes out and plays the older fighter, and the older fighter likes to take the fight deep.
9-year difference in age. Conceicao 33, Martinez 24. Of course, you had it in the long amateur career of Conceicao as well.
Punch out, your hands are free. Punch out.
Martinez fought a perfect first round. He allowed Conceicao to lead. He countered. Sometimes Martinez would lead. He can't let Conceicao get into a good rhythm and start to bank a lot of these rounds where he starts to act where he has to play catch up. He's got to stay in the fight.
And also, Dre, in the inside, Martinez need to let his hands go. He has tons of opportunities to land shots, as you can see. Conceicao, he doesn't like to fight the inside. He likes mid-range and outside.
And Martinez had great success in the first round. Nothing major, but very consistent downstairs, and that starts to add up.
Four-punch combination from Conceicao.
Sometimes fighters think that the championship level is just about punches being thrown, but it's also the focus. You got to have a championship focus where you can stay lasered in for the duration of a fight, execute the game plan, have some rough moments, overcome those moments. That's mental and psychological. So I see Martinez already starting to drift a little bit and get away from what worked in the first round. He can't let that happen.
No, it is so difficult at the next level to just consistently simply be solid. Not exceptional, not great, just be solid, but do it consistently.
Yes.
Hard work? Sure. Guesswork? No thank you. Because when you're on a mission, you want to get it right the first time. That's where the Home Depot comes in, with an app to rent and reserve the right tools with just a tap. With convenient image search options, and with the ability to see how something looks in your space before you even buy it. It's how the Home Depot takes the guesswork out of the hard work. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
This guy has been on such a run, going through undefeated opponents, collecting belts. He's on top of the world. He's the undisputed champion. He is the undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world, and Josh Taylor will be in action. His title defense against Jack Catterall is February 26th from Scotland on ESPN+. We got a good stretch of fights coming up. In fact, March 4th is the guy who he defeated to become undisputed champion, Jose Ramirez, in a really good main event against Jose Pedraza. The week before Josh Taylor, also from the UK, also on ESPN+, we will see the over-marinated, but it should be interesting fight in Amir Khan and Kell Brook. They've only been talking about fighting each other for about half a decade or so.
That's finally happening.
Finally, it's going to be happening. So February 19th, February 26th, March 4th, and then March 19th, all the young guys from Madison Square Garden, Berlanga, Sander Zayas, Keyshawn Davis, who may be the next great one. Good stretch coming up on our ESPN platforms.
Stop, you stop. Box.
Martinez is going to have to make some adjustments quick, because he can easily be down in this fight right now. 3-0. Conceicao has had a couple of strong, came out strong. And Martinez needs to do something to change the tide.
Well, he's got to be disciplined with his guards, which he is. He's not getting hit with too many clean shots, but Conceicao's piling up points. Martinez has a good jab. Come behind that and rip those shots to the body, and then the head shots will be there. You'll see those head shots if you commit to the body consistently. And right now, in the last round and in this round, he's not doing that. Good sequence right there from Martinez, though.
Yeah, I mean, good defense, but I need a little bit more offense from him. He's not throwing any offense after that defense. And as you said, Conceicao keeps piling up points, and he can fight this way all night long.
It's interesting because in the build-up to this fight, some of the clips we've shown, it's been about Martinez being in some rugged fights. Listen, you know, defense, he got hit twice in his most notable fight where he got up off the canvas. And when you look through the CompuBox stats, there could be moments where you have some defensive concerns against opponents. Their power shots, he absorbed 34% of them against Marrero and 41% against Burgos.
But you never know what a fighter is feeling on the inside. You don't know how hard Conceicao punches, and if that's giving Martinez pause,
Right.
he doesn't want to open up.
You're exactly right. Now remember when Conceicao was going to be fighting Valdez, Valdez said that he hits harder than you think. That was a concern for Valdez. Ooh, nice shot right there
Good
on the
shot,
tip.
a good two-piece
Right
right there
hand
from
got over the
Martinez.
top. So good score
Kind of buzzed
from Martinez. His best work of the fight comes here in the last half minute of round 3.
Oh, hurt him.
He
Left
did
hook.
indeed, and he jumps on him. Martinez, big moment here at the end of 3.
Hook on the inside. Yeah, Conceicao throwing straight punches. Keeping his head directly on the line, chin exposed, boom, high on the head. So his legs buckle right there and follow combinations. They first class heads right there. Boom, left hook right on the temple.
Left hook to the temple. If anything, the clash of heads may have done more damage to Martinez, but it was that left hook to the temple that scored well in the final seconds of round 3. Let's see if it gives him a confidence boost and he can maintain momentum as we start round 4.
I think Martinez needs to try to get another shot in there to the chin or the temple of Conceicao. Check his temperature because he is still buzzed, even though he's punching.
Remember, there was a right hand before that as well. There's a right hand to the temple on one side, and then the best punch, the left hook, on the other side.
Martinez better not be switched off right now. You got Conceicao coming out now. So that shows you the type of fighter he is. His temperament. He know he was buzzed in that last round, and now he's trying to get some get back. But Martinez is letting off the gas.
Bernardo, what was Ray Woods saying to Martinez?
He liked what he saw at the end of that round, and he wants him to continue breaking down Conceicao, but he's got to get inside to do it, so he's got to continue pressuring.
Dre, they've been together forever as trainer and fighter. He has coached Xavier since he was 7 years old. He used to get down on his knees so that Xavier could spar with him.
Yeah, and that gym that Ray Woods has in the back of his house is legendary. Some of the hardest sparring that I've ever had against former Ray Woods fighter Brandon Gonzalez was in that backyard, was in that ring. So he's well trained and he's well conditioned.
Ooh, nice check hook right there from Conceicao. Another one.
Sharp check hook.
Caught Martinez as he came in. There is some redness under the right eye of Martinez. Good combination from Conceicao. Martinez steady.
Martinez
Small
knows
step
he can
forward.
hurt Conceicao.
He does.
He knows he can hurt him, not just from the left hook, but he's also touched him in this round. He's getting reactions from Conceicao. Martinez has to not just bank on the big shot because you might not get it. He has to stick to the game plan and trust that the big shot will come. Set the table, and then you'll eat at the right time.
Tried to time a counter punch with the right hand there. Was off the mark.
See Martinez just looking for a way to land that left hook again. He don't want to be looking too long. He needs to work those hands as well. There it is.
There it is. Led with the left hook that time. Conceicao was trying to mix in an uppercut. Final moments here of round 4. Both men opening up center of the ring.
The best part about doing things yourself? It's free. Like doing your own taxes with H&R Block Free Online, where more people can file free than with TurboTax. Help is here.
I've been dreaming about this lately. 5 billion easy. I assume we're 50-50, right? You get 10%, that's me being generous. Wow.
Little connects. with 11 rounds, and then 1 was tied against Valdez.
See Conceicao getting that right hand up. He's leery and aware of that left hook. But Martinez is most successful with that hook in the exchanges, because after Conceicao throws, he always raises back up. And the 2 times he got hurt with the hook, it was in an exchange. And that's what Martinez needs to try to set up. Right now, he's giving Conceicao too much play.
Too much respect. Too much respect. That's what he's giving him. And he's looking for one shot. The left hook.
And what I heard in the voice of Ray Woods was confidence coupled with urgency. You hurt him. When you get him hurt, you can't let him off the hook.
Stop, break.
Look, a boxer.
You're not guaranteed to get that fighter in that position again.
Look, man, a boxer needs to be a master of his own psychology of himself. You know, you can't allow yourself to give in and drift. That's what Conceicao did in the fight with Valdez. And he can't allow to do that tonight, so he's fighting with urgency. It's the 5th round, but I'm sure he's going to continue this pace all the way through.
You have to realize it in real time that you're doing that. Snap out of it quickly, or you need a corner that can tell you. But you have to realize, because there was even a part of me saying, I know we were all having this reaction when you're talking to him, where he still didn't believe necessarily that that's what he was doing in the second half of that fight against Valdez.
Oh, he's fighting hard tonight. Martinez is looking for one shot. If he doesn't land it, if he does land it, and hurts Conceicao and gets him out of there, he looks beautiful. But if he doesn't, then he doesn't win the fight.
And they're letting opportunities slip past.
Nice shot.
3-punch combination, finished with the right hand. As Conceicao trying to roll under.
A new home and new projects go hand in hand. With the Home Depot app, you'll pick it up in no time. You can pick up new skills in our Homeowner 101 workshops. Pick up new...
American fighter from Sacramento with the gold trim on his waistband. Trails on Dre's scorecard, 49-46. 3rd round, very obvious to score. 10-9 with damage done by Martinez. Dre has the other 4 for the Brazilian Olympic gold medalist and recent world title challenger.
Stop, break, step back.
Let's check in with Bernardo.
Luis Dorea, who is Conceicao's trainer, said, I want him to use more feints and shorten his shots. Keep them straight, not so wide.
Dorea, who is in his mid-50s, and he was the trainer of the former 2-division world champion, also from South America, Popo Freitas, Asalino Popo Freitas.
I think Martinez is not throwing his shots because he feels the power once again from Conceicao. Even the shots that he's catching on his gloves, you feel the veracity of those shots. You feel how heavy they land. And then the shots you do get hit with, they may not wobble you, they may not drop you, but they sting, they hurt, and you don't want to get hit clean with those shots. And I think that's what Martinez is struggling with right now. The fight is with himself.
The fight is definitely with himself. And it's usually that way, Dre. Every fight is with yourself. It starts off that way. Of course, you got the person in front of you, but it's all about you. Not giving in. Not going with the current. That's seemingly what Martinez is doing right now. Martinez is fighting the wrong game plan. He's fighting out at distance. The fight needs to be fought on the inside. As you can see, when you get close, Conceicao, he ties up. He doesn't want to work in the inside.
Stop, right. Both of you. Quit holding.
Martinez needs to bring that back leg. He needs to keep it back behind him, gather some space, and dig down to the body.
Conceicao's boxing very good tonight. He's fighting in spots.
Yep.
The majority of the time he's boxing, and so far he's staying disciplined and mentally focused.
I think Coach needs to go ahead and bust out the pitcher right now on his phone of his daughter.
Try to inspire him a little
That's
bit.
right.
Remember why he's here. You don't want to leave here and regret anything.
Hey, if you go ahead and go get it, you can take him on down. You probably can take him on down. You gotta go get it, man. You're standing back out here, you're looking at him. You're not working enough, man. All right, you gotta work. Yeah. Double in behind your jab and go and work. All right.
I thought that was great instructions right there from the corner in Martinez's corner. You know, he does have to get to work, but I think those instructions should have came a couple of rounds ago. You know, they need to make the adjustment in by the third round.
Yeah, those are great instructions and accurate instructions from Ray Woods in the whole corner. And that was the information that Xavier Martinez needed. He also needs some inspiration.
Stop, break, step back.
Oh, he stepped on the signage in the center of the ring, but he got caught with a shot too at the same time.
It's a mixed bag right now that Xavier Martinez is dealing with.
Also, that amateur pedigree, going to the Olympics, seeing all the different styles, fighting against guys like Lomachenko in the Olympics, Oscar Valdez. That's helping Conceicao as well.
Good sneak body shot right there from Martinez. Excuse me, from Conceicao.
Stop.
You mentioned his amateur pedigree. Did have the win against Oscar Valdez to take the 2009 Pan Am Games gold, and did for 24 hours have the rarest of rare thing you could have in amateur boxing in the last generation. That's a win over Vasily Lomachenko. That was the 2011 World Championships. But then there was a point foul review the next day. So the Boxing Association reviewed the next day a 2-point foul review. And the way we see it, Martinez had the most effective punch of the night. Conceicao the steady work throughout the night.
Nice body shot right there, coming around the guard, the elbow. Martinez. You see, Tess, activity matters.
It sure does.
It does. You know, Martinez was very inactive. He fought six fights in 4 years, as opposed to Conceicao, he fought 8 fights in 4 years. I think that's what we're seeing. The inactivity is what's affecting Martinez right now. Not only that, but what Conceicao is doing in there as well.
This fight is slipping away from Martinez. And good combo right there from Conceicao. Whatever silent agreement he's made with himself to accept this and allow this to happen without him putting up any type of resistance, he needs to break that now, because this fight is almost over.
Stop.
Even in that moment, if you're Martinez and you're down the way that he is, you don't look for the referee. Free your hands and rip the shots. Let your hands go.
Attempting to time the right hand.
But it's just one.
Conceicao seems like he's in really good shape for this matchup. He told us in the fighter meetings that he really focused on his conditioning because he didn't want to have any lulls in this fight. Ooh. Barely missed out.
End of the night right there.
Yes, he did. He loaded up with that one. That was one of those one-hitter quitters right there.
Stop. Watch your elbows. Watch your foot.
See that shot right there. Martinez called it, but I guarantee you, he felt it.
You could hear it. It had a thud to it.
Yes, it did.
Sometimes you can punch right through your opponent's glove.
Yeah, Conceicao, he throws punches hard, you know, and whipping shots. You know, he whips his body into those shots, put everything behind his punches.
Stop, break, step back.
It's good advice. It's where Martinez has had his one moment to shine that came in the third was on the inside, punching on the exchange, landing both a right hand first and a left hook that did the most damage. Round number 9.
Tess, that shows you the IQ of Conceicao. He got caught with that left hook, hasn't got caught with that left hook again. He made the adjustment. What you're seeing right now is those championship rounds coming to the forefront for Conceicao. 112 rounds, hard rounds with Oscar Valdez. He knows he can do it now. Oh, he got tipped on the temple right there. I saw the legs buckle just a tad bit from Conceicao.
Not sure Martinez recognized that.
A little more damage around that right eye of Martinez.
Stop.
See, little moves like that and buy yourself some time. Conceicao just stepping in, bodying up, and stopping the action.
Stop. Get your arm out of there, Hobson. Get your arm out of there.
It's interesting also to see Conceicao, the lesson learned on these breaks here, because remember, when he fought for the title against Valdez, I thought he was grossly unfairly penalized for simply tapping Valdez on the back of the head on a break as if he was punching him in the back of the head. There was not even a warning.
More trying to land combinations here, but back comes length to the body. I like it. There's a lot of good infighting. Both maybe to the body. No, I mean, this is a real good fight so far. Most of the guys we see guys.
On ESPN is brought to you by Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance. 130-pound title eliminator in the WBC. Of course, the WBC champion is Oscar Valdez, who had the spectacular knockout of Miguel Berchelt to win the belt. That was last year. And then he came up with the win against Conceicao, who we see here tonight. Shakur Stevenson had the dominating performance against Jamal Herring. And now they will be meeting up on April 30th. Although Shakur's been a little outspoken out there saying, Oscar, you need to sign those contracts that we've agreed to. Stop ducking me. We need to sign that contract and let's fight, is what we've been hearing a lot from Shakur Stevenson on social media and otherwise. Mark Kriegel, what say you? 10th and final round.
Look, one of the best things a guy can do is defy time. Conceicao is 33.
400 plus amateur fights, gold medal, 18 pro fights. Some of them pretty tough. So on a night that the table was set for the young guy, Conceicao refused to give in. He refused to be the old guy. And if this continues, good for him. One way or another, he should get a shot.
Unless the young guy can do something special here in the last 2.5 minutes. Andre, how could that happen for Xavier Martinez? What's the delivery system to get it done?
Well, he's got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to do it. He's got to come behind his jab and let his punches go. And Conceicao is going to engage with him. And Martinez wants to try to get a shot through, preferably a left hook. But I think Martinez has made that silent agreement with himself many, many rounds ago and has accepted the fact that, hey, I'm going to finish on my feet. It was a tough fight, but I'm okay with losing. So it's going to be tough at this point.
Oh, that was a nice little trickery right there from Martinez, making himself vulnerable, dropping both hands, and then as Conceicao trying to step in with some offense, he caught him with a left hook.
It's just one shot though, Tim. If he can follow that good moment up, he can have some action, but he just hasn't done it tonight.
There it is. That's where he needs to be. Keep Conceicao on the ropes, bagging him up. See, but then he steps back and gives him too much space. He needs to stay on Conceicao, stay in his chest.
Punch out. Punch out. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Sports Center is coming up next. They'll have complete coverage of all the news surrounding Tom Brady and his retirement. And then we will have the state of boxing on ESPN Plus. We'll continue with live post-fight coverage here. We'll discuss everything we saw tonight as well as the news that's out there about Tyson Fury and Dillian White. The purse bid is set. Over $41 million was the purse bid for the WBC Heavyweight Championship fight. That is expected to be April 23rd in the UK and expected to be, according to Bob Arum, broadcast by this crew on ESPN pay-per-view.
Stop.
Conceicao at this point, he's just taking it back to the amateurs. The amateurs, when you got a big lead, just pick and pump, tie up, really just eating the clock up. 30 seconds left. You want to put yourself in position to get caught with the shot because Conceicao has the fight in the bag. And I rarely feel confident saying that I know what an outcome is going to be in the fight based on how a lot of the scoring has been over the last, I don't want to say few years, just in the history of the sport. But Conceicao won this fight.
Hands down.
There was that moment to shine in the third round for Martinez. And Conceicao just simply stayed the course, steady as could be, the way he said he would be, unlike the way he was down the back half of his title opportunity against Valdez. We'll hear from the judges when we return.
A new home and new projects go hand in hand. With the Home Depot app, you'll pick it up in no time.
100 to 90. And David Sutherland scores the bout 98-92. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. Robson Conceicao.
He really stressed prior to this fight that nothing would make him lose his focus. He was